All right, here we go. I got 2 words for you today. 2 words, here they are. First things. First things. When you think of a leader, what do you think of? What comes to mind when you think about leadership? Maybe you think about the person on your team that always makes the big play. They're the best athlete. That's what I thought about when I was in high school. I thought about leaders. I thought about the best athlete must be the best leader. Maybe you think about the person that always has the right thing to say. Maybe they're the loudest. They're the hype person. They're always the one in the huddle, breaking everybody out. Maybe you think about leadership as being the loudest. Maybe you think about leadership as being the most popular, the person that everybody wants to be around or be with, that's a leader. A lot of things that you can think about when you think about a leader. But when I think about a leader, here's what I think about. I think about you. I think about how you, as a 7th grader, a 12th grader, a 9th grader, I think about how you have the potential to be a leader in your locker room and on your campus and in your community. I think about the young man or the young woman that you can become. I think about the servant that you can become. The potential that you have to serve others, to help others become their best. That's all a leader is. Someone who helps others become their best. When I think about leadership, I think about you. That's why I wake up every day, hit my feet on the ground with some purpose, because I want you to become the leader that you were made to be. I want you to make a difference wherever you go. And I want people to want to be around you, not because you're cool, not because you're talented, not because you can get them hype. I want people to want to be around you because when they're around you, they are a better version of themselves. I want them to be around you because they see you as a leader. But here's what I understand, is that before you can become a leader like that, before you can become a 10, you got to get the first things first. Being a leader like that can feel like it's a long way off. It can feel like it's too complicated. It can feel like it is out of your reach as a young man or a young woman. But I want to encourage you today with 3 things. I call them the first things of leadership. And that if you get these things first, the first things first, then you can become a leader starting today. And you become the leader that you were made to be tomorrow. So let's talk today about the first things of leadership. Number 1, leaders follow leaders. That's right. Before you can be a great leader, you must be a great follower. You must understand what it means to be led before you can lead. But you can't just show up and start demanding respect of your teammates, demanding respect of people in the hallway if you've not first given respect. You can't show up and demand loyalty if you've not first given loyalty. You can't show up and demand that people follow you, listen and trust what you say if you've not listened and trusted what others have said. Think about it in the game of sports. I'm not saying something new. You get this. Think about the game where you show up. You've got all the hype. You've got the blow-up tunnel. You've got the music. The barbecue is cooking in the concession stand. You're ready to go for the game. And you get out there. Mama's in the stand. She's cheering you on. Baby boy, baby girl, y'all getting after it. And all of a sudden, early on, what happens? There's an error, there's a fumble, there's a turnover, and the other team hops on it. And they get out to a quick lead, quick. All of a sudden, there's a little bit of panic inside. You start looking around, you get a little bit frustrated. You get a little bit impatient with your teammates. You start thinking some negative stuff in your mind. And what does coach do? Coach calls timeout and says, come here. Coach says, calm down. Listen, there's a lot of ball left to play. We don't have to let this early mistake define the rest of the game. What does coach do? Coach leads you in that moment. And what do the best teams do? They follow their leader. It doesn't matter if there's a C on the chest. What does the captain? Captain follows coach as teammates follow captain. You see, before you can lead, you must be a great follower. That's why Warren Buffett, legendary investor, one of the most wealthiest persons in the world, he says, choose your heroes carefully. Choose those that you want to follow. Choose those that you want to be like carefully, because he knows that you will become like those you follow. You can trust your coaches. You can trust your administrators. You can trust those people who are investing in you, giving the best of themselves for the best of you. Trust them. You'll become like them so that you can lead like them. The second encouragement is you become the leader that you want to become, to keep the first things first. So remember that leaders keep it simple. Leaders keep it simple. Leadership is not complicated. It's actually really simple. Give the best of you for the best of someone else. In any situation you find yourself in, from the weight room to the classroom, from being behind at the start of a game to winning by 70, ask the question, how can I help you become your best? And then do it. And when you do that day after day, and interaction after interaction, person after person, what happens is you become a leader. It's very simple. Whether you're leading a community service project, how can we go make somebody's life better? Whether you're in the weight room, how can I work out in such a way that I make my spotter, my workout partner, better? Whether you're competing on the field, how can I play in such a way that I inspire my teammates to set a PR, to be their best? That's all leadership is. It's very simple. And when you look throughout history at all these leaders that you're going to want to be like, all the people that you look at and go, they're a 10 and I'm a 2. When you look at them, what they do can be simplified down to one sentence. They help others be their best. That's all leadership is. And so if we want to keep the first things first, we don't want to get too complicated. Don't make the 10th thing first. Make the first thing first. Leaders keep it simple. And I want to challenge you today. Keep your leadership simple. Ask the question, how can I help you become your best? And then do it. And you'll become a leader. Now, the third encouragement today, we seek to become a leader, to keep the first things first, is this. Leaders stay focused. Leaders stay focused. It's really easy to set a goal, and it's really easy to forget it. It's really easy to talk about what you want to do, to talk about where you want to go, to set those New Year's resolutions, those New Year goals. It's easy to say, we want to be a state champion. It's really hard to stay focused and to do the work when nobody's watching, the work of an empty gym, and stay focused on that goal. Listen to me. The obstacles in your life, this is what Henry Ford said, the obstacles in your life become really scary when you take your eyes off your goal. But as a leader, when you stay focused on the goals that you've set before you to help others become their best, to win that district championship, to make the playoffs, to become that state champion, to be the first in your family to go to college, to get that job, when you keep your eyes on the goal, the obstacles around you, you don't even notice them. They become the very pathway that you're walking. The obstacle becomes the way. They become the tools that help you become who you need to be to reach your goals. When you stay focused on your goals, not on the obstacles, all those around you go, wow, they're not discouraged. They're not giving up, so neither will I. And you become a leader worth following. Listen to me, friends. Leadership is within you. You can become, and you can be even today, a leader worth following. But you've got to keep the first things first. Great leaders follow great leaders. Great leaders keep it simple. Great leaders stay focused. And if you will do that, if you will keep those first things first, then you'll be a leader in your locker room, on your campus, and in your community. Friends, I don't know what your goals are, big or small, short-term or long, but I do know this, that if you want to find success in the game of sports, the game of life, it's not complicated. It's as simple as 2 words. You got to remember the first things. Let's have a good one today.